as we scramble for our headphones quickly, because as we come back to the Wera Tools British Kart Championships here at Larkhall, we have one more race to go that will be your Junior X30 final. So keep your comments coming in on YouTube. Please keep them coming in thick and fast, and we will read them out. Let us know who you're supporting in the final race of the day, the Junior X30s. Really looking forward to this one. There is not long to go now, just 2 minutes until we go, or until the formation lap starts. So keep them coming in. Let us know who you're supporting. We will give them a shout.
Yes.
Don't know why I'm whispering.
I don't know why you're whispering either.
Not the best on a live stream.
No, not at all. Well, you can hear there in the background the buzzer sounding, meaning that the dummy grid area is about to close. There it is. So, dummy grid is now closed. No more karts can enter, but it's okay because it looks like we have everyone there. So, the grid then. We won't talk about it just yet because we'll wait for that until it pops up on the screen. But Fionn McLaughlin starting on the front row with Bart Harrison. They have had an exciting day. Fionn earlier on had a great finish. You know, he finished quite a few times a bit ahead of the rest of the field, I will say. I was looking at qualifying results there, which is why that didn't make any sense whatsoever to me. Yesterday, Junior X30 final was Oliver Stewart, who took the win for that one, Scottish driver. Archie Walker came second place for KR Sports as well. Harry Burgoyne Jr., local lad, for Strawberry Racing, and that 68 came third. Bart Harrison, who's now starting on the front row this time around, finished fourth in that one as well. So it was been a tough old race for those ones. The timing screens update, meaning that the race is imminent for us, and hopefully in a moment we can go over some grids. But yeah, it's been a tough old weekend for the majority of our Junior X30s, but the grids are here. Fionn McLaughlin starting on pole position with Bart Harrison alongside with Oliver Stewart and Olivier Algieri on the second row. Archie Walker and Dan Ginchard on row 3 with Charlie Rippin and Aidan Lynn on row number 4. Matthew Hyde with his best finish earlier on for the rookie, and Harvey Raby on row number 5 with Connor Duncan and James Barty on row 6. Brandon Carr and Sam Shaw on row 7 with Harry Burgoyne Jr. starting on the 8th row alongside Lorenzo Cordell, Gabriel Stilt, Mackay Singh and Nathan Clifford. Then it's Charlie Webb, Freddie Allen, Marcus Luzio, Jessica Edgar on row 12 with Harry Cottrell, David McIntyre, Reese Lomax, Harry Cottrell and Josh Agambar on row 14. Kanato Lee, Sienna Gordon, Shavan Shamagavel on row 16 with Joseph Rippin alongside. Rounding out the grid on row 17, Kian Gohill and Jack Cox.
So we've had Rob Hyde saying, good luck, Matt Hyde, number 51. Kate McLaughlin saying, come on, big brother Fionn, which is Fionn McLaughlin, who we were mentioning earlier. And Eve Stewart saying, Team Haggett's number 17, which is of Oliver Stewart, I'm assuming. Number 17 in this one. And I don't think we're going to get going this time, DJ. I'm not going to lie to you, but we shall see. We shall see as they come across the line. We have a false start.
We do indeed have false start. Not going this time around. False start declared, which is good because it means I can find my grid that I've miraculously lost for the Junior X30s.
How have you lost it? I literally gave it to you 1 minute ago. There it is.
So it's on the bottom of my page sheet. That's why I couldn't find it. I was expecting it on the top, and it wasn't. Yes, there we go.
We've got Chris Dudboy Harvey has said, come on, has said, good luck, Dan G, which would be Dan Ginchard. And then we've got Donna Pete saying, come on, the Rippin Brothers.
Also in the grid, I believe I missed out saying Finley Harrison because the graphic disappeared from the view quite quickly. So Finley Harrison starting on the 8th row alongside Harry Burgoyne Jr. Okay. It could have been Gabriel Stilt as well that I missed. So he's starting on the 9th row as well, number 12.
Okay, so
just to make sure.
Final race of the day.
Indeed.
They've had all weekend to practice these stats.
They have.
And still we go again. So, nice and slowly this time. They'll look much, much more in line this time. Everybody in their right positions, we hope.
We do hope indeed. Nice.
For these Junior X30. Although we have a non-starter, the 18 of Jack Cox will not be going.
Oh dear, but we're in the tram lines and green flag is out. Here we go then. And for Junior X30, round turn 1, anyone going wide? Oh, bit of jostling and turning there because the number 12 and Dan Ginchard's off the track as well. Stilp was also one of them who went off wide as well. So Stilp and Ginchard in the wars, but are back on the straight and narrow and are still going strong.
Yes, indeed, and the smoke off the start line was incredible. I've not even seen it like that from any of the X30s so far this weekend, and the ones at the back really needed to put their fog lights on
really
to get through there.
Through the mist that you usually see in TKM, but this time we're seeing it in the Junior X30s in towards the banking section across the back wall, and off they go there, single file all the way nearly throughout. A couple of people eyeing up a move down the inside, but none so far. Across the start-finish line, it's McLaughlin from Walker, Stewart, Algieri, then it's Rippin, Hyde, Harrison, Duncan, Ryby, then it's Ginchard, Lynn, Cordell. That's the top 12 car. Barty, Shaw, Singh, Burgoyne, then it's Clifford, Harrison, and Luzio the top 20.
Oh, Burgoyne not having the best start to the race as well. 17th place. Only dropping 2 places, but Lorenzo Cordell making 5 up already on the opening lap. Kanato Lee also making up 4.
Yes, indeed. Through the hairpin they go again. Everyone single file waiting for that. We're already seeing defensive driving though in the mid-pack. You can see Dan Ginchard in the middle of that as well, who's just in front of him. It looked like that was potentially Connor Duncan, who's also there with Harvey Ryby just in front for BMR.
Difficult day for Connor Duncan, but again timing it well and moving up in the final.
Yes, indeed. You are correct as well, yeah. So 13 minutes to go then of the final race of the weekend here at Larkhall. It's been an amazing weekend, a double header, 2 rounds essentially for the IAME class, and we're ending it here with Junior X30. The sun is shining, the temperature is warm, and the racing is fierce. And out of turn 3 and into the infield again we go. We can see there the 22, it looked like went a bit wide there. Charlie Rippin, MLC Motorsport through the hairpin. He may be losing a couple of positions now, but the race leaders are starting to pull away. The 71 down the inside of Ginchard. That's Harvey Ryby for BMR again, making the move complete through the banked corner in the background of your shot. Then we come into the final corner once again. Great little switchover move there we saw in the middle of the field. That again looked one of the BMR karts, or it could have been one of the Red Waff Racing karts that we saw making that move.
Yes, indeed. Fantastic action here at the start of the X30 race. That is the 30 having a look up the inside.
Brandon Carr.
Brandon Carr of Aiden Line, it looked like. Going into the boot, but not getting the move done.
No, indeed.
Burgoyne now up to 14th.
Yeah, Carr also trying to put the pressure on to the driver in front of him now as well of Cordell. Cato Motorsports Cordell. So as they exit through the hairpin again, lots of jostling there. One of the Strawberry Racing karts going off wide there. That looked like it was the 71 potentially, or the it could have been the 11 of Marcus Luzio that was the one that went off wide. Not too sure.
Well have been, yeah. And Kanato Lee is going to take full advantage of that in 22nd place, but has already made up 7 places on the in this race already. James Barty going the other way and has dropped 7 places, so not a good start for James Barty in 19th.
The 76 on your shot there as well. Dan Holland Racing driver Mackay Singh struggled through turn 1 there, got the switchover move done, and oh no, dear me, Harry Burgoyne Jr., the man whose local track it is, has got a 5-second time penalty. He's in 12th place at the moment for Strawberry Racing, but that is not going to be the case by the end of this race. That is a shame.
It really is, and we have our live championship as well. I didn't realise that, but we have a live championship here on our timing screen as well, which is quite handy. So at the moment it is still Ginchard from Walker from Harrison.
You can see there, Ginchard, much better round this time.
Whoa,
today.
Somebody with a loose bumper. That's the 11 of, who is that in the 11? That's Marcus Luzio.
It is, yeah, Luzio with that back bumper falling off, and that's going to be a meatball flag if I've seen one before, because it's impeccably unsafe. Of course, Kart's trying to avoid it.
I'm going here, there and everywhere trying to avoid him as well.
Yeah, so that's a massive shame for the number 11 driver. Yeah, down or up in 23rd place at the moment, but yeah, not for much longer. That kart's going to have to retire.
And Kanato Lee now up to 19th. Who we're kind of keeping an eye on because he's had good pace all weekend. That's the 54 off circuit.
Yeah, Joseph Rippin, MLC Motorsport, is off the track as well at the infield hairpin. He's now dropping positions left, right and centre also.
The 11 car of Marcus Lucio is still hurtling around the circuit, but with that bumper flapping away and going wide again, and that's exactly what happens. Is as soon as that rear bumper is not attached, the chassis becomes much more loose.
Yeah, it does. Their technical flag going out, understandably, for Marcus Lucio there, the number 11 driver, as he goes through. Yeah, and of course that rear bumper is also rubbing on his rear tyre as well.
That won't be helping things either. And if he's unaware of what's happened already, he will be wondering very much what's happened to the handling of his kart.
Oh yeah, very much so. Under 10 minutes to go then, and McLaughlin still leads the way from Walker and Oliver Stewart. There they are, your front three across the line now. Absolutely nothing between them. Then the rest of the battle comes in. There's Ginchard. Oh, under pressure, though, from the 51 of Matthew Hyde. Again, like we said, it's his first time here. Oh, that was Connor Duncan, wasn't it? Connor Duncan running very wide. And now Bart Harrison dives down the inside. So Bart Harrison taking full advantage of the mistake there from Duncan. Duncan now down one position and under pressure from Ginchard.
Yes, indeed, and Connor Duncan giving the Larkhall grass a free cut there. Not quite sure why or how he ended up out there. He seems to be completely on his own.
He did indeed, yeah. Again, it's just one of those. You've got to remember that the tyres do wear out over this weekend, and of course they've had the same set of tyres over the course of today. So, you know, they've got to watch out for that one. For this one, of course, Oliver Stewart, last time out, he won the final with Archie Walker in second, Harry Burgoyne Jr. Burgoyne Jr. is pretty much out of it as, again, another 5-second time penalty going out to him. So is that 10 seconds or is that just another indication that he's got it? No, that's another 5-second time penalty to Burgoyne Jr., accumulating 10 seconds worth of penalties. That's absolutely horrendous for his,
that's
his
going to destroy his race completely, isn't it?
It is indeed. He'll be at the back of the grid in no time. Here, though, Ginchard all over the back of Duncan now. Duncan really struggling here. Has he used too much of those tyres throughout the day today? And has Ginchard looked after his, despite the fact that he's had some great top-end finishes here?
Oh, that's the... yes, in fact, that is Oliver Stewart, who's overtaken Archie Walker for second place.
Yes, it is indeed. Archie Walker just looking at his front nose cone there. There's a big dent in the front of it, and it could be, is it scraping along the floor? Could that potentially be a nose cone penalty for the KR Sport driver? That would be an absolute nightmare for him if it was. At the moment, it doesn't look like it is scraping against the ground, but it's very close to doing so.
Yeah, he's only going to take another tap, and that will drop fully if it hasn't already.
There you go, nice close-up of it there. Yeah, you can see the damage to the front. That may be enough to cause him grief when he comes into scrutineering.
Indeed, and it's going to be acting like a shovel on the front of that as well. He's certainly not going to be getting any aerodynamic benefit from it.
Exactly that.
Whoa, and then into the back of Stewart, who almost went into the back of McLaughlin.
Yes, it was indeed. So
these three really close together now.
Yes, it was. So McLaughlin holding on to that one at the front. Stewart there in second. Oh, 5-second time penalty for Jessica Edgar too. That's a disaster for the Fusion driver, the number 47. Currently
18th.
18th at the moment. Yes, well spotted.
And Kanato Lee, currently in 18th place, has made up 11 places. And also Joshua Gamba has made up 9 places right behind. So following Kanato Lee through.
Yes, indeed. 6 minutes to go then. I think we're in the lull now, aren't we? So our front three there, nose to tail. No lunges as of yet. Of course, we did just see Oliver Stewart get past Archie Walker. That may have been a mistake from Walker, potentially, that allowed that move to happen and felt like it was justified to do so. They didn't lose a lot of time, and you can still see they're working well together. Olivier Algieri there is still in 4th place, holding on to that one. He's again a bit of a no man's land out there for Dan Holland Racing. Charlie Rippin and Bart Harrison, they're very close to each other as well. 2 tenths between those two for 5th and 6th place as they're battling away. There they are on your screen.
Purple middle sector for Oliver Stewart and a purple final sector for Dan Ginchard as well. Both of those drivers are now pushing on, trying to make the most of this final.
Like you said, we heard from the interview from the Senior X30 final that, you know, the tyres are struggling around here to overtake because, of course, the karts are understeering left, right and centre in those fast corners, and that will be because they are just using that one set of tyres throughout the day, that those they are starting to fall off the wall, as they say, in motorsport, and off the cliff. Or,
off the cliff,
off
yes,
the cliff,
indeed,
yeah.
yes.
There it is. So 5 minutes left to go of this race. Still plenty of time to pay for. So here we go, across the line then. McLaughlin versus Stewart versus Walker. Algieri there in 4th place. Then it's Rippin, Harrison, Ginchard up into 7th. Duncan. Then it's Ryby, Burgoyne Jr. Then it's Cordell, Hyde, Shaw, 13th place in car. Then it's Clifford, Barty, Lynn, Kanato Lee. Then it's Agambar. Then Stilp, that's the top 20. Edgar with the 5-second time penalty.
Stewart had a good look up the inside there of McLaughlin and clunked the curb on the inside for good measure.
Indeed, yeah. Allen still there, 26th place. Then it's Cox and Cottrell. Rippin, Gohill, Gordon, McIntyre and Shan McGarvel. We have lost Marcus Lucio. I don't believe he even no, he lost him about 6 laps ago. Yeah,
with the bumper.
Yeah, with the bumper, of course. Yeah. Well remembered. Yeah.
So Jack Cox didn't look like he was going to get going at the start of this race, but I think the extra formation lap has really helped him. He's actually made up 7 places, and he's in 27th place.
Exactly that. So keeping a close eye on it. Support out there for Olivier.
Purple first sector for Connor Duncan.
Indeed.
On that lap as well, but not a personal best.
So let's see what can happen then. Here is a look a little further back as that big pack now comes down that main field as well.
I've got to say as well, DJ, times are dropping off now. Like you say, I think the tyres are going off the cliff. They're all running at least a 10th, possibly even 3 to 4 tenths off their personal best laps of the race at the moment. Everybody seems to be in the same boat right at this point in time and really struggling with the tyres.
Yeah, exactly that. Oh, look, there's a move, though, for the lead.
Except Oliver Stewart.
Stewart dives down the inside of McLaughlin to take the lead with 3 minutes to go. And was that potentially too early? Because now he's going to have to defend for the next, well, potentially 4 minutes of racing, because, of course, they've got that 1 extra lap to go. Round through turn number 3. You can see it now for the folks who are on the pit wall. Your new race leader, Jade Racing Team, Oliver Stewart. The Scotsman here into the banking section. Still under pressure, though, from McLaughlin and Walker. They are right there still. Line astern, no room given there, and a look down the inside from McLaughlin.
That was ambitious.
It was indeed, but he races for Fusion, not ambition, but here we go. Into round turn 1, down the start-finish straight. Defensive goes Stewart. Now, this is very early that we're seeing this, because now this is the opportunity for Olivier Algieri to close this gap. If they start battling and scrapping, there's the next 3 of Harrison, Algieri and Rippin. They are closing in super quickly. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go, and it's all kicking off here at the front.
I was wondering about this, whether Oliver Stewart's tactic is actually to back Phil McLaughlin into Archie Walker, and maybe then he can do what the Macaulay Bishop tactic.
Yeah, we could see that. Let's see what it is, because the gap now between Algieri and Walker was 2 seconds. They crossed the line. It's less than 2 seconds now, but they're starting to scrap there.
That was Harrison moving through.
It was indeed, yeah.
On Rippin.
So Harrison, yeah, moves through, gets past Algieri, and now they'll say, right, let's work together, let's do it. Look, you can see there, ducking in, trying to get the most out of that card as he can, is Harrison. You know, he had a great finish in his final the other day, 4th place. He's in 4th place at the moment, but I suspect he doesn't want another 4th. He wants a podium in this
time. He wants 1 step further, doesn't he? But they're 1.9 behind at the moment.
1.9. Still 2 laps to go, because last lap board's not going to come out this time. It will come out next time for our leaders, who are coming across the line now with 30 seconds to go.
So who's it going to be? Stewart, McLaughlin or Walker for the win? Of course, if they do start scrapping and defending, it's going to bring Harrison, Algieri and Rippin into this fight as well. 1.9 seconds still the gap between Harrison and Walker. So they really are going to have to go defensive on the final 2 laps for those guys to be in with a chance of a podium. But put nothing past the worry and paranoia of a leader in a final.
No, exactly that. So out of the infield hairpin, timer now strikes 0. This is where it's going to happen. McLaughlin down the inside, forces wide. Walker takes full advantage.
Thank
and
you
says,
very much,
thank
says
you.
Archie Walker. I'll take you both.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, moves up now into first place. Now he's got the hard work with that final lap board coming out. Who's going to take it? McLaughlin looks down the inside of turn 1, can't quite do it. Bart Harrison is closing in as well very, very quickly. Where is he in the background? Oh, that gap's still massive. He's not going to have any time to close up on this unless it all goes P-tong here at the front. But Archie Walker is controlling the pace of these 3.
Yes, indeed. Archie Walker now hitting the front. Bart Harrison is going to need some luck here if he's going to get on the podium today. But it is Walker from McLaughlin from Stewart. Will they be that way coming out of this hairpin? It looks that way as Walker goes extremely defensive, although Stewart up the inside and slides through, demoting Walker, McLaughlin down to 3rd.
Yes, he does, and now he's going to try and get the move on Walker here at the banking section as well. He's side by side, he's got the inside line. Oh, Walker's lost 2 places now. McLaughlin's going to try and go down the inside. Oh, my goodness me, again a photo finish. No, it's not. It's the 17 of Oliver Stewart again, taking a final win from McLaughlin and Walker.
And Harrison, after all of that, ended up 0.080 seconds behind. So it was 1.3 coming onto the back straight, and now over the line, 0.080. So fantastic action in your Junior X30 final. So your final finishing orders were Oliver Stewart, Fionn McLaughlin, Archie Walker, Bart Harrison, Olivier Algieri, Charlie Rippin, Dan Gunchard, Connor Duncan, Harry Burgoyne Jr. and Harvey Ribby are your top 10. Then it was Lorenzo Cordal, Sam Shaw, Matthew Hyde, Nathan Clifford, Brandon Kart, Kanato Lee making up 13 places to finish 16th in the final. So well done to Kanato Lee, 13 places. Fantastic. Gabriel Still, 17th, then Finley Harrison, Charlie Webb, James Barty. Aidan Line having an unfortunate final and dropping 13 places as well. So going the other way to Kanato Lee and dropping 13. So unfortunate for Aidan Line. Then Jessica Edgar, 22nd. Reese Lomax, Mackay Singh, Harry Cottrell, Josh Agambar, Freddie Allen, Jack Cox, Joseph Rippin, Kyan Gohill, Sienna Gordon, David McIntyre, and Shraven Shan McGavel rounding out your 33 finishers. Marco Luzio, who lost his bumper in that race, lost the rear bumper, and of course all the handling that goes with it, was your only non-finisher. So a quick look at your championship table. We've got Dan Gunchard now 37 points clear of Archie Walker and Bart Harrison, another 43 points behind Dan Gunchard now as well in 3rd place. Oliver Stewart in 4th on 549, and Olivier Algieri only 9 points behind Oliver Stewart as well. So really, really close here in this championship. Just waiting on DJ to run down. I don't know where I was sprinting was what I was going for, down to Parc Fermé, and he will have an interview with your top 3 finishers. Passing down to DJ now.
Well, again, once more for the final race of the day, an excellent race result we saw once more. Oliver Stewart, who is, he's just walked away from us. Oliver, come forth, come on. There we go, don't run away from me, there we go. Well, Oliver, what a result for you. That's 2 finals in a row then here at Larkhall.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. It was a really hard race there, much closer than the race before. I managed to get it. It was one of the hardest races I've ever driven.
I say that was it was a tough old race, wasn't it? We were watching it again on our tiptoes, didn't know really what to say, but yeah, you came through, and it all came down to that last lap, didn't it?
Yeah, Fionn was really quick out front. It was really hard to catch. I just managed to be able to get him near the closing stages of the race, and I dropped down to 3rd on the last lap and managed to make up 2 places for the win. But no, we were really chuffed.
Excellent. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, once again, all my sponsors, the 2 sponsors that have arrived here to watch me today. My mum, my dad, my sister at home. Just without them, as I said again yesterday, I wouldn't be here.
Excellent stuff. Well, Oliver Stewart, well done. Another race win in Junior X30.
Thank you.
Excellent stuff there. Let's have a chat to our second place man, Fionn McLaughlin. Fionn, again, from your point of view, that looked like an incredibly tough race. Talk to us through it. How did you manage?
Yeah, just managed as hard as I could and ended up getting second at the end. I was trying to drive and end up trying to win the race, but obviously second. But Oliver done well, so he deserved it the most if he won.
Yeah, exactly that. But, I mean, from your point of view, a great result still. Second place on the podium here in the Junior X30 final, and I'm sure the Fusion team will be happy with your performance.
Yeah, should be happy, but I'll try to get first the next time.
There you go. That's what we like to see. We'll get a nice smile on your face for that one, won't we? But anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Fusion Motorsport and my dad for mechanicking and my family watching at home.
Excellent stuff. I'm sure you've done them proud, but very well done there for Fionn McLaughlin.
Thank you.
Excellent stuff there. And then our final man, Mr. Archie Walker. Archie, again, we spoke to you yesterday. We're speaking to you today, which means it's been a good weekend for you, but third place this time around, still a good result.
Yeah, it's been a good haul of points today. 5th start for the final, and then the 3rd in that. You know, it's a shame to be hit wide at the second hairpin and not get the win, but overall, a great weekend for myself and the team.
Again, talk us through that incident. What went wrong?
So I've obviously got the lead at the second hairpin on the lap before, and then came into the second hairpin, checked behind my shoulder. They were a bit back, covered it, and then just got a massive hit from behind and forced wide, and then couldn't really do anything about it.
I mean, yeah, it's always tough in racing when it's so close. You know, the last lap, the heat gets you, the red mist comes down. When you see that last lap board come up on that screen when you go past it, you know it's all going to go a bit P-tong. But yeah, I mean, what a great result still. 3rd place, you've got to be pleased with that one for today.
Yeah, I'm definitely pleased. I mean, any result in the podium is amazing at this level. Like, this is the pinnacle of the sport. So, you know, we'll bounce back in the next rounds and hopefully get a few wins to finish off the season.
Excellent stuff. Good way to talk about it. Well, well done, Archie Walker, 3rd place in Junior X30.
Thank you.
Excellent stuff there from our 3 drivers, and excellent racing all the way throughout the weekend here at Larkhall. A double-header, the first one of the season as well, and it's all going to happen again a little bit later on for the next round, of course, in a few weeks' time. From us, though, here at Larkhall for the Wera Tools British Kart Championship, it's been an amazing weekend. Thank you to all the marshals, the medical team, the competitors, the parents as well here at the circuit, the Motorsport UK officials as well, and all the cameramen here at Alpha Live as well. It's been an absolutely fantastic weekend of racing. We can't thank everyone enough. For the viewers at home, thank you for sticking around. I know there are other races were on as well, but thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time here for the Wera Tools British Kart Championship. Okay, so on to Junior X30. Again, I'm pretty sure our rookie and privateer are not here, but we will give them a shout out. Our top privateer finishing in 33rd place. Round of applause, please, for David McIntyre. Excellent. Our top rookie driver also, I believe, who is not here, but again, huge round of applause, please, for the number 51 premium karting driver, Matthew Hyde. Cool. On now to our top 3 for Junior X30. Again, another exciting final all the way throughout. In 3rd place, a huge round of applause, please, for KR Sports 91, Archie Walker. On to 2nd place. For Junior X30, huge round of applause, please, for the number 29 Fusion Motorsport driver, Fionn McLaughlin. Is that better for you, James? A bit more. Excellent. And now I've got to move out of the way, though, so it's a lot of legwork for me. Right, on to our race winner then for the Junior X30 final on the Sunday today. In 1st place, huge round of applause, please, for the Jade Racing Team driver for number 17, Oliver Stewart. And his mechanic. I always forget. Lovely. Another round of applause, please, for your Junior X30. Or is it Senior X30? Or was it Junior X30? Oh, Junior X30. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. I moved the page too soon. I got the memory of a goldfish.